Hi Taurus, welcome to your love reading for August 2018. This is Elizabeth of channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks for you. Let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get 9 cards for you. And when I was properly shuffling the deck, I kept hearing September. So I feel like for some of you where you're waiting something very specific, you're waiting for something very specific to happen, this could actually happen in September. So we'll pay close attention to the bottom row of this reading. Okay, this is the love reading for the sign of Taurus for August 2018. The first card you have is the Seven of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. The Ace of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. The Tower. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. The High Priestess. Love reading for the sign of Taurus. The shadow side, which would be the Devil. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. The Queen of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. King of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Taurus for August. The Page of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay. What's the most important message that Taurus needs to hear about their love life for August 2018? The Five of Pentacles. So the fives are always challenging. So it seems like, the sign of Taurus is struggling with something. The Five of Pentacles usually means that you feel like somebody has completely written you off. So you might be watching this reading because maybe someone just broke up with you, no explanation, or someone has just distanced themselves from you and you have no explanation. This is a really lonely energy. You just might feel really disconnected from your partner. Okay, so we're going to come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. You have the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower. So, the Seven of Cups, there's some type of confusion around you. It just kind of feels like, everything is up in the air. You do have the Seven of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles at the bottom. The Seven of Cups, it just means that things are not clear to either you or to your partner or to both of you. This is when it comes to a new beginning because you have the Ace of Pentacles. So for some of you, you may want, a new beginning with your partner, whether you want to reunite with someone from the past, or you're just hoping that you and your partner can put all your differences behind you and you can be happy again. There is something, blocking that. It's almost like somebody doesn't know what they want with the Seven of Cups. Someone's just really emotional and they're really confused and they're just not seeing things clearly. But you do have the Ace of Pentacles saying that the energy is there for a new beginning with you and your partner. This is a very blessed new beginning with a lot of happiness. And then you have the Tower. This is, something very shocking that happens very unexpectedly. And it can be, that someone was very kind of wishy-washy with the Seven of Cups. Someone was very wishy-washy, not really knowing how they felt about you, just really confused, going back and forth. And then suddenly, with the Tower, it's just bang. They finally know how they feel about you. Or maybe they're finally ready for a relationship, or they're finally ready for commitment, or they're finally ready to take you back. There's just the energy of not knowing, going back and forth, confusion, and then there's just, a shocking turn of events with the Tower. It could even be a shocking revelation for some of you. Someone maybe that didn't know how they felt about you, now they know. And I see, a very beautiful new beginning there with the Ace of Pentacles. Now down here, you have the High Priestess, the Devil, and the Queen of Swords. So you do have, let me just show you down here because you have a strong air sign energy. I pulled the Queen of Swords over there, and then immediately after I pulled the King of Swords. So you have strong air sign energy. For those of you that have a partner who is a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising, this is really, really speaking to you. Of course, the air sign energy can even be yours if you have a moon or rising sign in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or this could just be the energy that you're in. We're going to look at that in a minute. But, what I see here is, look at this. The High Priestess next to the Devil. There's some type of struggle going on here. There's some struggle between what somebody feels. The High Priestess, this is spiritual energy. This is someone's intuition. This is someone's heart telling someone something. They're not listening. the shadow side, this is, you know, this is a devil. This is someone's ego. This is someone's fears. Someone's fear is kind of driving the relationship. This could even be, you know, driving someone away from you. It can be an unhealthy relationship, but seeing it right next to the High Priestess, it just kind of seems like, you know, again, someone's heart, someone's intuition is telling them, act, this is a person for you. But this energy also is, you know, their ego is very much in control as well. Fears and just kind of holding back from you. And that could explain, you know, why we have the strong air sign energy, the King and the Queen of Swords. Because both of these are very mental energy, and their thoughts could be in control right now, which would give power to the energy of the devil here. So, I mean, this makes sense with these two cards. So again, if your partner is not an air sign, or you, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, then their thoughts are pretty much running the show right now, creating all this confusion from the Seven of Cups. Page of Pentacles. I mean, remember that when I was shuffling the deck, I told you I kept hearing September, and I heard it when I was shuffling this deck, and then I heard it when I was shuffling the confirmation deck. September. Some of you may not be seeing what you want until September, because, I mean, this right here, this is someone that's taking their time and looking at something very carefully. And this is someone that's very indecisive. This is a lot of going back and forth, a lot like the Seven of Cups. With the Seven of Cups, you're just really confused, and there's usually more than one choice. And of course, the Two of Pentacles can be a juggling act. Scattered energy, like going back and forth, having to choose between two things, two people. This is like they're unable, someone in the relationship is unable to decide, unable to choose, and someone is looking at your relationship very carefully and trying to figure out what to do. And it seems like there's a struggle between what they feel and the signs around them. But I guess, you know, with this here and then the King, Queen of Swords, it could be that their thoughts are running the show right now. But again, I mean, the first row is very revealing. Although it starts off with confusion, there is a new beginning there. That could happen very unexpectedly. Okay, so let's get 3 more cards to see what the rest of the message is. What other message is there for the sign of Taurus for August? You have the Knight of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for August? Knight of Cups. What other message is there for the sign of Taurus for August? Two of Cups. So this is pretty revealing too. I mean, you've got the Nine of Wands, which does mean someone's holding back from you. I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about right here with these two cards. Someone's thoughts are running the show. With the Nine of Wands, someone is just being very protective. They're just not letting you in. But I do see a change here. I mean, look at this. You've got the Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. Your relationship will continue to move forward. Yes, there could be a lot of things, you know, working against you. Someone's just kind of listening to their fears, to their thoughts. Maybe they don't know what they want. They don't know how they feel. But the Knight of Cups is saying, you know, there could either be a proposal, or this is just your relationship continuing to grow. All the Knights are change and movement, but this can also be a proposal for a relationship, a marriage proposal, or just kind of, you know, movement in your relationship. And you also have the Two of Cups. I mean, this is the soulmate card. This just means that you and your partner, the energy is there for you to be very close emotionally, a really strong bond. This is being very deeply in love. Remember that the main energy was a Five of Pentacles, which means that, you know, you are struggling in some way. And I definitely see that in the cards. You feel kind of written off here with the Five of Pentacles. You feel written off. And, you know, you're struggling. You feel like, you know, you're not being included. And again, it's a very lonely energy. Definitely ties in with the Nine of Wands, where someone is just holding back. So there can be also some unhealthy energy surrounding your partner, where they're just not being themselves and they're not letting you in. Okay, let's move on to the confirmation deck to see what cards come up for you there. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus for August? Magician. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus? The Ten of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Taurus? Queen of Cups. What's the most important message that Taurus needs to hear from this deck about their love life for August 2018? Well, I've got 2 cards for you. One of them, interesting. The King of Cups has come up when I have the Queen. So now you have the King and Queen of Swords, and you have the King and Queen of Cups. Interesting. You also have the 8 of Pentacles, which does mean when it comes to your love life, there's a lot of work to do here. This just means there's a lot of work to build your relationship up. So that was, I mean, let me just show you this. It makes sense with this card. This was the main energy from this deck. And now, again, struggling, feeling written off, shut out emotionally. There's a lot of work to do to bring everything back into balance. But I accidentally also pulled this card for you. There's strong water sign energy around you. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. Again, this could be your partner. It could also just be the energy that one of you is in, which is the opposite of the King and Queen of Swords, because you have them here too. This is someone that's very much listening to their heart, and this is very intuitive energy, very in touch, you know, with their emotions, very romantic and very loving. Okay, so let's look at these 3 cards. So the Magician is saying you are in control here. You are in control. The Magician is all about you're creating your own reality. And I feel like for some of you, you may be tired of what's going on in your love life, because you do have some challenging cards here. The Devil and, the 7 of Cups and the 2 of Pentacles, and the main energy is the 5 of Pentacles. You may just feel like, they won't let me in. The Magician is telling you that, this is going to be totally up to you, because I feel like some of you may be feeling really burned out from what's going on in your love life. You could be feeling really tired with the 10 of Wands. This is someone that feels like they just can't do it anymore. So there could be some things that happen in the month of August where you feel like your partner has just kind of pushed you too far, or you may be feeling a little hopeless. You might just feel like, this loneliness has become too much. Remember that you were told that, the 8 of Pentacles, that this is going to require a lot of effort. A lot of work to bring your relationship or your love life back into balance. And again, I was getting the message before I even pulled the cards that September is important for you. Because I said I was going to pay attention to the last row here, although I don't usually read my cards like that. But I felt like the 3rd row would kind of give us some insight about why I kept hearing September. It's because someone, whether it's you or your partner, someone still can't decide. The 2 of Pentacles, it's still up in the air. There's a lack of stability. I mean, the love is there. I see it with the 2 of Cups, and there's some movement, but I mean, the 9 of Wands at the top over there, someone is holding back. Someone is just being really protective. There's a lot to see here. So if things don't fall into place in August, it could be that that's for the best, because maybe there's a lot to see. There's a lot to learn about your relationship and your partner. Okay, so we're also going to look at X's. Very specifically, I'm going to do an X spread for you. And we'll see if any of these cards also come back up, because usually when that happens, it's very revealing. I'm going to use this deck. And again, we're just going to look at X's. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Show me the energies around Taurus and their X. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. I'm going to keep them here nearby in case something similar comes up. Any cards repeat themselves. That's usually very significant. And it's going to give us more insight specifically on what is, what you can expect for those that are hoping to reunite with someone from the past. Okay, so here's a deck. Show me the energies around Taurus and their ex. You have Temperance. Show me the energies around Taurus and their ex. Six of Cups. Taurus and their ex. Two of Swords. Taurus and their ex. Ten of Cups. Show me the energies around Taurus and their ex. Knight of Pentacles. Show me the energies around Taurus and their ex. Eight of Wands. Okay, so this all looks very good. I mean, I feel like if you're hoping to reconnect with an ex, and maybe right now things seem like really hopeless. I mean, because there was some challenging energy in the 9-card spread. I have them here. I don't think anything repeated itself, except for, this energy from the Two of Pentacles, which was at the bottom, is very similar to the Two of Swords. What I'm getting from this spread, I mean, the very first card, Temperance. Temperance is telling you, like, be patient. Be patient. Don't try to push things when it comes to your ex. Also, the Knight of Pentacles is also saying this is going to take time. This is about slow progress, slow movement. But the Knights they do represent movement. And you've got the Knight of Cups in the 9-card spread, and now you have the Knight of Pentacles. So there will be movement for those that are hoping to reconnect with their ex. I do see movement there. But you're being told to be patient. Don't try to push things too far. It just we're asking about exes, and then the Six of Cups comes up. This is the energy from the past. And what I get from these 3 cards, especially, with the Two of Swords being there, it's like someone doesn't know. With the Two of Swords, this is someone that's struggling with a decision. And this explains why your first card from the 9-card spread was a Seven of Cups. Someone's just lost. Someone's confused. And remember that you also had, I'll just put it there, you also had the Two of Pentacles. These are all very similar energies. And now you have the Two of Swords. It's like someone doesn't know with that Two of Swords. They're stuck. And they don't know if they should take action. They don't know what they should do. And maybe the situation is really complicated. And they don't know what to do about taking you back, or how to make things work again. But you do have Temperance saying, as far as you need to be very patient and very understanding, and don't try to push things too much, because you do have the Ten of Cups here, which is promising, a happy ending. The Ten of Cups is a happily ever after. This can also represent marriage. It just kind of seems, when you got to kind of leave, as far as your ex, you got to kind of leave things alone for a little while, let them come around. Because you do have the Eight of Wands over here. The Eight of Wands, this is something very exciting coming up for those hoping to reconnect with an ex. But the Eight of Wands, it is excitement, but it is excitement that comes as a surprise. Kind of when you least expect it. And you did have, the Tower in the 9-card spread. The Eight of Wands is that message, kind of like the Tower of, very unexpected change in your situation with your ex. So again, it could be that you're not on speaking terms. Maybe you don't even know what happened. You did have the Five of Pentacles as the main energy, where you just feel like, they just completely wrote you off, or they just shut you out, or they're just not sharing. This was the main energy. But, this is telling me that will change very unexpectedly, but it does represent, kind of a delay, which explains why this is here. You're making slow progress with your ex. So, I'm getting that they're hesitant. I don't know why. This is a general reading. It's hard to tell when I do these readings because thousands of people are going to watch them. Sometimes in a personal reading, you can kind of see, sometimes people pop up. But it's hard to tell in a general reading. But I do see that, you just got to be patient. For the majority of you, it's just a matter of letting them decide. The Two of Swords. Two of Swords, Seven of Cups, Two of Pentacles. That's very, very loud message that your ex is kind of struggling with a decision. And it could be, you know, whether they're trying to figure out their feelings for you. Some of them could be leaving another relationship, and maybe they're having trouble letting go of that person. Maybe they're having trouble just kind of, you know, getting out of that situation. Maybe it's hard. But again, you have this energy of happiness. You have a happily ever after. You know, when it comes to your ex, it's just, this is something that takes time. Probably, you know, why I was here in September. I feel like, you know, you might kind of be receiving like some type of hint or something. You might hear something from your ex, because I mean, you have the Six of Cups there, which does represent, you know, your ex. This is the past. You could be receiving some type of, you know, message or something that just kind of gives you hope. You might even hear, you know, that they're struggling or thinking about you. But it seems like, you know, the energy is still there as far as them holding back. They're trying to decide. So I feel like many of you will be, you know, seeing what you want, or things, you know, finally completely falling into place in the month of September. But like I said, I feel like you will know something in the month of August. Maybe you will understand, you know, what they're dealing with, what they're struggling with, why they're holding back. There's a strong message here of patience. Okay, Taurus, this has been your love reading for August 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.